It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline bling.
That can only
I
mean
just
one
love
thing.
this part of the show, the Culinary Hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. I love it how Graham said it earlier. He's almost like he was a bit unsure. Ting, ting, ting. Anel Potgieter and Zola Nene in the house this morning. Listen, throw your culinary conundrums our way. See if you can catch out our foodies. 083-913-3728. That's the number. Lekker, julle. Lekker. Okay. We have a question from Tanya Benjamin. That was on Facebook. She says, does overcooking rice do something to it?
It definitely does.
Does it?
It makes
What
it
happens?
really mushy. It makes it porridgey.
And no one likes mushy rice.
No, sticky rice is very different to mushy rice as well, right? Because you can also overcook sticky rice and it also becomes mush. So, and of course, basmati rice or long grain rice, you want it to be fluffy and light and, you know, delicious.
Just like you.
Nothing like me. Stodgy, if anything. Okay, so this is how you cook
I was
the
giving you a
fluffy.
compliment, Zola.
The perfect basmati rice. I don't use measurements, so I just put rice in a pot, cover it with water, bring it to the boil, and then taste the rice. Once it's cooked, drain it in a colander, then leave it to steam. And then fluffy rice.
Fluffy rice.
And that's it.
I just want to say the reason why it goes stodgy is because the rice korreltjie is so and it bursts. And it lets out all the starch. And it also lets out the nutrients, like vitamin B also dies when it goes into... so it's
don't overcook it.
Don't overcook it.
Nou weet ons Anel het haar wetenskapklasse bygeloop. Ja, nee, dat Listen, another question here from Mishka Daris. I love this one. What is the best way to make a spit braai and what's the perfect marinade for it?
I think spit braai first, make sure dit is vas.
Yes,
because you don't want to...
Okay.
So that's amazing. And then slow coals, and make sure it doesn't dry out by basting it the whole time with a nice marinade.
So what marinade are you suggesting?
I love a simple marinade with, this is like a Greek one with some white wine vinegar we've got here. We've got some lemon juice with acidity. It's like a salad dressing,
It is.
with like lots of salt. Bit of pepper. Dit moet eintlik nou laaste ingedoen kom het, maar ek is dan 'n bietjie agterste voor. Bit of oil, it doesn't matter what way.
Okay. Klips om lekker.
Yeah, lots of herbs, parsley, rosemary, marjoram, oregano.
Mint if you're doing some lamb.
Yes.
Delicious.
And then I've got some lemon zest here. Don't waste the lemon, use the lemon zest and lots of garlic.
Okay.
And then you just keep this, if you do a whole lamb, make a whole lot of it and just baste.
Just baste.
Yes.
I like that.
And if you don't have a contraption for a spit braai, there are professionals who come to your house and do
it
this
for you.
whole thing.
Exactly.
And you just have to wake up, let them in. They tell you when it's done, you eat.
Yeah, and some people inject it into the sheep as well. So this will also be nice to inject. If you don't add the herbs, you can inject this without the...
All right, cool. Love it. Remember that number, 083-913-3728. We're back with Anel and Zola in just a little bit for your Culinary Hotline Bling.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Alrighty, thank you so much, my man Graham. Back in the kitchen with Anel and Zola. It's your Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. Yes, here we go, answering your conundrums. Call us, 083-913-3728. That's the number. See if you can catch out our foodies with those difficult questions. So, well, yeah, they don't look very impressed. They're like, yeah, try. You can try. It's not going to happen. Okay, so here's one. Do we have a caller on the line, Doreen? All right, Doreen, we don't have a caller, but she asked, can you use coconut cream as a yogurt replacement for tzatziki?
Yes, you can do that if you must.
If you... Anel, sy's nie 'n groot fan daarvan nie.
No. It's going to taste very coconutty, and I think it's going to take the flavour away because you need that neutral sourness of the yogurt to make it tzatziki. But you can do it if you're lactose intolerant or you know if you're vegan.
Yes.
So,
Okay, so that's a good idea.
So it's the same recipe. So you've just got your coconut cream. We're going to add some. This is that Graham said looks so funny. This is cucumber actually, finely grated cucumber.
And then drain, like squeeze all the moisture out.
All the moisture, okay.
Out. Okay, otherwise your tzatziki is going to get watery.
Yes.
Some garlic.
Oh, nice.
Some fresh mint.
All right.
And we're going to have this with that spit that we're making. That one what they made.
Lekker spit wat ons vroeër gesels
het. Yeah. So what we do is just mix it all up and then salt. and pepper. I like to add a squeeze of lemon juice as well, and I think it will work well here because there's no acidity in the coconut cream.
Okay.
I think that once you add coconut cream, and you can no longer call it tzatziki because then it's something completely different.
So what would you call it?
Coconut cream with cucumber and mint. But if you are lactose intolerant, there's a product called Orly Whip. I'm sure everyone's heard of it before.
Yes.
It's vegan and dairy free. So if you use that and squeeze some lemon juice into it, it's closer to tzatziki than it would be with coconut cream, maybe.
All right, well, there we go. Coconut tzatziki, or not. Zola,
Yes.
how's this one? Susie Paul said, how do I make pancakes less oily?
Okay, so this is a problem that lots of people have. It's usually, when people say that the first pancake is always the worst, it's because they usually put so much oil in it, it's oily. So that doesn't have to happen. Stop wasting your pancake batter, okay? So this is how I do it to make sure that it's as less oily as possible. If I could just speak this morning, that would be great.
That's okay, don't worry.
So take some kitchen paper, or you could use just a brush, a pastry brush. Dip that in the oil. So don't pour the oil in the pan. And then just rub the pan with oil. Can you see how it greases the pan, but there's no oil slick?
Yes.
See? And then from there on, you just make your pancakes as you would.
But I especially put too much oil in the first pan because I want.
So you want to eat it?
You want the flop.
We grew up like that, you know. My
Exactly.
mom, we were standing queue, me and my brothers, for that first flop of a pancake.
Absolutely, because you're not allowed to eat whilst the pancakes are being
very
made.
true.
So the
But
first
the
one,
first flop.
you make sure it's a flop so you can have a taste.
So basically, people flop them on purpose.
I love that. Okay, cool. So just wipe the pan.
So just wipe the pan and use minimal oil, yeah.
All right,
I
all right.
also wipe my pan between every pancake.
Absolutely, yeah, because then you can, because you're not using so much.
All right, Donkey Damas, by Donkey, give us a call, 0839133728. We're going to be back in the kitchen with the ladies in just a bit. Let's find out what is still ahead on your
It's
TV.
my feel-good breakfast show. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Culinary Hotline Bling, ting, ting, ting. Here we go. Love it on a Wednesday where we get to answer your questions in terms of your culinary conundrums that you're facing in the kitchen. We're solving them this morning. Anel and Zola at the ready this morning. Okay, cool. So we have a caller on the line this morning, all right? Let's take a quick caller. Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning. Who am I talking to?
it's Thelma.
Hi, Thelma. Good morning. Are you well?
Yes, thank you. And yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. What is your question?
I'd like to know, when I bake a raisin loaf, my raisins always go down to the bottom. What am I doing wrong?
That's a dilemma lots of people face, so you're not alone, Thelma. All you have to do is take some of the flour, before you mix all the flour into the dry ingredients, just dust your raisins in the flour, and it helps them sort of stay immersed in the batter. They don't all fall to the bottom.
Okay.
So that's it. So it sort of forms a barrier between the raisins and the batter, and they stick to the batter so they don't all fall down. Yeah. It's a pretty
Easy.
simple fix, really.
Okay. Simple solution to a big problem. I like that. Thank you, Thelma, for your question. Really appreciate that. All right, so we had another question here on Facebook. Michelle Keenan says, how can I make the perfect Yorkshire pudding? It always flops, she says.
It should never flop. The two secrets to Yorkshire pudding batter is basically like pancake batter.
Okay.
Just so you know. So you make it the exact same way as you would
Really?
make pancake batter. The secret is to make sure that you leave it in the fridge to chill, so it's got to be cold, and then grab some hot oil, and then the oil has to...
Should I go get it?
From the oven.
Okay.
You've got to make sure that the oil or the fat that you're cooking it in is really, really hot, okay? So those are the two secrets. So make your pancake batter, make sure you put it in the fridge to rest, heat your oil in the muffin tin in the oven first, okay? Pop it right down there, Ewan.
Okay, we got
and then
some very hot oil
batter,
there.
This hot batter, I'm just going to add some more water to it.
All right.
This hot batter is going to go or this cold batter rather, is going to go into the hot oil.
All right.
And then it's got to sizzle straight away. So you see how the bubbles are forming? Can you see that?
Yes.
And it's already starting to cook. And that's what makes the perfect Yorkshire pudding.
Do you put it back into the oven
Back into the oven, a really hot oven, and then it's
Okay.
going to puff up and become a Yorkie.
and become a Yorkie?
And this is a perfect vehicle for
gravy
smoothies and stuff. And also
Beef in there.
Yes, beef and stuff. And what I also do is put some sour cream and some salmon.
Delicious,
and you
as
just
like a
eat-
canapé.
Yeah, and you eat it like canapé. I'll have this like for a snack.
My kind of canapé.
What about
yeah.
like if you put like custard in there?
No. See, Yorkshire puddings are a savoury thing. I mean, you could.
Yeah, I know, but you could, right?
You could absolutely. Unless if you use traditionally though, you use beef fat to cook them.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want
Wow.
to do that with something sweet, but if you use regular vegetable oil, then you could. Absolutely.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you very much for
Thank
answering all of
you.
those questions. No, thank you. Stop it. We're going to carry on the whole day with thank yous. That was your culinary hotline bling. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
I wanted to ask you about pickled fish. We had a call on pickled fish as well.
Oh, Easter's coming, so everyone wants to make pickled fish. There are recipes on the website, and in a few weeks' time, we're also going to make some.
Okay, so we're going to be making pickled fish on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Just got to get that in there. That was your culinary hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. Let's continue with your Wednesday.